As a lot of you probably know by now, one of, if not the greatest heavy metal artist of all time, Ozzy Osbourne recently passed away, and honestly, I'm devastated. My content is mostly about the Beatles, so you probably don't know this, but in my opinion, Ozzy was up there with some of the best discographies ever, if you count his work with Black Sabbath. And before I say anything else, let me just make it clear that any comments about the man's actions earlier in his life will be gracefully ignored, so I don't want to hear anything about bats, or ants, or cats. Just leave. This man was a living legend, and if you don't know the extent of his genius, allow me to give you a quick tour through some of his best albums. With him as the main vocalist, Black Sabbath released what probably is the most impressive album run in the history of music, starting with their 1970 self-titled album pioneering death metal to improving their own formula, making it more accessible to traditional rock fans with Paranoid that same year. Then, 1971 saw the release of Master of Reality, one of the greatest albums ever made, but this flawless trilogy was only the beginning, because immediately after, they followed up with Volume 4, Sabbath Bloody Sabbath, and Sabotage. After a few more albums, because of his peculiar behavior, the band decided to let him go. And since Tawny, Bill, and Geezer were a big part of the songwriting process, people thought Ozzy was done for. However, he silenced every single one of his critics with the very first album he released. With Blizzard of Oz, Ozzy proved everyone wrong, even if Randy also deserves a lot of the songwriting credit too. But that's not it. Diary of a Madman, Bark at the Moon, The Ultimate Sin, all of them are incredible albums too, and that's only when it comes to the actual music. Ozzy was also responsible for giving the genre its edgy and occultist identity. Before all the makeup and all the fake blood and all those other antics the genre adopted in the 80s, the Prince of Darkness had already been crowned. We just lost a legend, people, someone that even in his latest albums and shows was delivering proper performances. And even though he definitely did some questionable things as a person, as an artist, he changed lives, and for that reason, I hope he can go on to rest in peace.